Host families are a very important part of our circle. This is a family that is willing to open their homes to children whose families are going through a crisis. A child would come and stay within their home for a hosting. They would take care of them. They would, make sure that all their needs are being met, and so that the parent can then focus on whatever the crisis that they're going through.
We first found out about Safe Families from our church, the People's Church, and so there was an announcement in the bulletin that talked about, I think, an organization working with children. It seemed like something that was just a really novel but also wonderful way of helping families. After the presentation, we must have contacted Jen and we started the application process. So it was a very long and thorough form asking about lots of things about our family of origin and our parenting styles and our relationship. And as part of that, we prepared some reference checks. There were some police checks.
It was a great process. I mean, it's slightly intimidating. I mean, there's a lot of detail, but there should be, and it prompted a lot of just really good discussions too about kind of, allowed us to reflect who we are as a family. Once we were kind of approved and as a potential host family, then anytime an opportunity came up, we would be informed of it and just kind of invited to pray through it and to consider it. And then there was an opportunity that really kind of stood out to us. It was a mom who had reached out for support, and there's just some kind of unexpected kind of change in their family situation. There was a period where mom was just doing her absolute best to make it work. But it was difficult for each family member, and I think through that process of mom reaching out to her church community, then them referring her to Safe Families, that's how kind of we got involved. We signed on imagining that there would be a younger child who would join our family, younger than our daughters, actually probably an infant, because we had just emerged from that stage, but God kind of blessed us with the chance to interact with a teenager. But it just brought a lot of richness kind of to us, and just seeing her really care for our girls and the girls reaching out and just wanting to play with her all the time. We just already saw God kind of wonderfully at work, and it just really enriched, I think, our relationship with God.
At this time, I think actually Amy was there subbing in for Jen at the time. So she was our main point of contact. She was really amazing. I think that's one of the things that I really appreciated about Safe Families, because we talked a lot leading into it, certainly, but I believe it was Amy and a family friend who brought this young lady over, and then Amy came and visited us the day after, and then once every week for the next 5 weeks, and certainly was only like a text or a phone call away. And so we felt very supported, and anything that I was even slightly unsure about, I could reach out to Amy right away. When you talk about impact, I mean, there may be some impact that we see in the family that we quote unquote helped, but actually I'd say maybe even larger part, like we were really impacted.
Each of the roles within the circle of support are so important. We know that we are all created differently and are all at different stages in our journey and are able to maybe fill different needs. And so if any of these needs you feel that you are able to support in, we would love to journey with you to see if Safe Families is the right place for you to volunteer. And so if you are interested in becoming a volunteer and learning more about us, please contact us at safefamilies.ca.